What up, though, Pistons fans? What's going on with everybody, man? It's your boy, Nomus J at 3D313SP, and we are back today, man. I'm doing a quick one. It won't be too long. Just wanted to do some recap of the last night's game with the home opener versus the Pacers. Fortunately, Pistons dropped that one. What's going on, Ed? What's going on, Art, man? What's good with you, brother? Few things I want to talk about regarding last night's game, how I'm feeling, why I feel ultimately good in the direction of where we're going, despite the upsetting loss. You know, had opportunity to close that one out, but yeah, man, we're about to get into it. But for those who may be in the chat, I want to say first of all, thank you for showing up, man. If you haven't had a chance, man, please hit a like on this stream, man, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell and subscribe to D313SB and all channels are of course they are associated with it. We got Darrow's, we got 313, the new breed, real talk, and the new breed 313 sports talk. We got D Simpson 313. Then of course my other channel as well, the Nomus J313. And salute to our main guys like Ed Robinson, whoever else in the chat, man. Make sure noticeable, join the conversation. If need be, you can join the panel for a few minutes. Like I said, it won't be a long one, but yeah, man, let's get into it. So right out the gate, the part of the game that I want to really start with first for me, because I have the most information from, is the second half. Here's the thing about it. So I want to talk about Cade Cunningham real quick. For anybody who had any form of disrespect to say about that man needs to shut the hell up because this man came out there and literally took over the third quarter. He had seven for most of the game. Third quarter, he takes over. Drops about what was about 18 when it was all said and done, including that last 20-second clock for the big three he hit when him and Tobias Harris got put back in the game. That was an epic performance by Cade. First of all, just the tenacity, his tenaciousness, just the way he's just spinning on guys, man. It is crazy how good this dude is, and he's only going to get better and better. The shooting is better. His shot looks more crisp. You know what I'm saying? He's making some plays on defense, of course, man. Just being the leader that we expect him to be, and only had three turnovers. He had 28, I believe 28, 8, and 5. Yeah, it was a stat line yesterday. Man, we also saw exactly why Ivy has no business being the lead ball handler over Cade. Well, we'll get to that in a second because okay, it's like this. I get where you're coming from. I think with Ivy, yesterday, okay, he actually had a solid game to me. I get it. I get where everybody's coming from. He had a solid game, in my opinion. Second lead scorer, he had 17. You know what I'm saying? 4 and 5 as well. And Cade, that's to me, that's naturally Cade's game. But Ivy, I think, did show me some signs though of growth because for one, the attacking the basket, yeah, did all the shots go in? No, but to me, stay aggressive, and I feel like that's what he did do for us. And I think that eventually, even probably as far as next game, we're going to see some of those shots fall. I think some guys it was game one. The chemistry has to work out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to. If you ask me how I feel about this team already after just one game, I feel like it's a whole difference in the energy that they play with than I felt with last year, like already. And that's just I feel like to me part of the reason why we lost that game because offense kind of failed. But Ivy was, yeah, okay, whether he's the number one option or not, I do feel like you should run more pick and roll sets when he's out there and allow him to just kind of get freed up and get to that basket. Because, like I said, you can see where he's going to be dangerous. Getting to that rim and attacking it, man. And then he made some very good acrobatic plays yesterday as well. Had some good plays from free throw line. Got some fouls come for him. Jalen Duran did too. Jalen Duran had a 13-13 game. I thought he did all right as well. However, as a facilitator, look at the quality on offense with Ivy at point versus Cade. I mean, yeah. I mean, I totally understand that, but at the same time, to me, I felt at times they could have had just a slight better lineup out there around them because sometimes when you have Ivy out there, maybe you should give him I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this is game one. I think we putting too much on him. We don't know how much overall he's improved in that part of his game yet. I think his one game isn't enough of a sample size, but on a natural scale, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Yeah, Cade is naturally a facilitator, more of a natural facilitator than Ivy is. But Ivy does have good finesse passing, though. He can pass when he does getting that rhythm. He has some passes where you're on the scene where he's like, okay, that's pretty dope. I just think he has to develop the consistency, and that may come in a couple more years. Like I think right now he just needs to focus on getting his scoring and continue to settle out on defense. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, he played well to me yesterday. I have no overall problem with Ivy what he did yesterday. I think he did pretty well and solid. Ron Holland was a beast on defense yesterday. I just want to throw that in there. He was a beast on defense, definitely yesterday. Dude got some talent on defense. I do like that. Um, that is going to be a thing we're going to watch for. They looked better defensively yesterday overall than they did that entire season last year, like hands down. The energy was there on it, and it was just a beautiful thing to see. I think let's say that I'm gonna predict and say we're gonna win this game. I just get the strange feeling we are. I don't think this is the same team from last year. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? When I look at the coaching too from on the sideline, that was another beautiful thing to see how Bickerstaff was very involved with the players, talking to them and communicating with them. I thought that was another beautiful thing to see. You can tell Bickerstaff was real upset about that loss yesterday. If you watched the press conference, you could tell he was upset and like he was really holding back what he really wanted to say. So I know he is good as much of a player coach he is. I can tell he's going to be kind of like a hard hat. Like he's going to demand that these guys go out there and play like men and do their thing and play with the right aggression that they need. So I know they're going to take their time over the next few games to get their chemistry right. And I feel like he's going to be continuously very more hands on. And I think that's going to be the thing I'm also going to be watching this season is how he communicates with them on the sideline. They had a couple of blemishes late in the game with the whole cis man on the court thing. I guess he's a young player. He's got to learn to get out the court sooner than that because you can't be near the action when that happens. So I think they'll get that cleaned up. A lot of stuff that happened yesterday is I'm not going to be over, pointing it out and ticky tacky on it because it's just like it's game one. And like I said, this is a different team compared to last year. So, and I think the mindset, what I saw is there, and we still don't even have Thompson yet when it comes to defensive side of the ball because of the situation going on with him. So, obviously, I can't wait to see this team much. I can't wait to see him bat an All Star break. Just based off what I saw yesterday, one game is a total difference from what I saw last year. Total difference. Just from the intensity. Your boy Beasley had a nice showing. Had 14 yesterday. My boy, other boy got 13. I believe that was oh God, Tim Hardaway Jr. Another game. The Pacers lead scorer was Turner, followed by a 19-point game by I believe Big Math and another guy. But Pascal Siakam yesterday. Yeah, they had a couple 19 games and then 15 from Halliburton, who couldn't hit a three to save his life until the very end of the game, which I thought was BS. And I will say this: at moments late in the second half, I did see some lapses on defense. I did. I saw some lapses on defense. There were times I feel like we kept getting guys over double committing on guys a little bit too much, and I feel like it should have been more spread out and stopping from those shots from the outside. And you know what I'm saying? Because the Pistons late in the game had stops, but they struggled to put points on the board, and I think that's what really killed it for them. The defense showed up. It just couldn't score late in the game at the end of the game, and I think that's just the defining difference. But I think I just felt there were certain times though defense did get a little bit lopsided, and they allowed some points to get shot on them, and then obviously that 1-3 that killed it because they had a chance to still tie the game up when it was like 20 some 30 some seconds. But I think some plays went wrong. They may have took to me three opportunities. I would have took some quicker shots in the paint and forced, and that way they could see if they could force a foul and maybe make it a 3-point play. I think they may have played a little too overzealous late in that game, but that's definitely something that's coachable. And I know, like I said, I'm confident that they'll be able to fix those problems, man. Um, Oh, shout out to all y'all that was at the game last night too, man. I heard it was kind of rocking down there. Appreciate y'all for showing up there, man. I wish I could have been there myself. Of course, hopefully I can get there this year, man. And hopefully they can have a much better start to the season. Because, like I said, if I had to gamble my dollars on it, they will. The Pistons look like a different, old machine right now, man. They look different now. Next game, I need this. I will say this. No, because we had a couple guys who was out there a little too long. They wasn't really producing. Okay. I'm feeling okay, man. I'm feeling okay. Just been dealing with some. I'll drop the link. Just let me know. You already know. You pretty much a part of this group, so um, yeah, you more than welcome to join in here. Give your quick take on it. I'm interested to hear what you got to say. Let me just get in the chat real quick. Put the link out. Hold on just a second. Let me put the link in the chat for those who want to join in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had fun watching the game yesterday, man. Uh, but yeah, man, like I said, I think Ivy gonna be just fine. And I feel like, and I know Cade, long as he stay healthy, Cade might be a 27, 28 point per game guy this year. Dog, he looks so smooth right now. And he only had 3 turnovers yesterday. And I don't even feel like they were all his fault, personally. And I'm not even doing that to try to like protect Cade or nothing like that. I just don't feel like they were all his fault. And I barely noticed it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, his game looked so smooth yesterday, bro. Shout out to Cade Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? It looked good with that twist he got going on with his hair, and that lineup might be making him feel a certain type of way. Yeah, man. Let's see, getting Archangel in here.
What's good, fam? You all right?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, blessed, man. I'm headed to a meeting I'm having with my ministry team. How you been?
Hey, I had my good days, I had my bad ones, but I've been all right overall, man. Just like I said,
Mhm.
a lot of work on behind the scenes. Dude, been putting out some content this week on both channels.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't had a chance to check them out, for those, I'm gonna plug in a video real quick. Y'all can watch after the live stream is over on both Nomus J313 channel. I'll put out my game review, of course, from the other game, and then I also put out on the main channel the other day my Jared Goff video as well that I made out of how his play was this past Sunday and just overall the last 4 games of the season. So make sure y'all also go check that out sometime from here on today, man. I'll try to link it in the chat or something when the stream is over with. But yeah, man. Just doing some work, man, staying diligent. But let me get your thoughts on yesterday's game overall, man. What's going on?
I think the team looked good overall, man. This one game, for any of the extensive naysayers, it's a drastic improvement over what we saw last year.
Yeah.
Just so that JB definitely has a system in place, which
Mm,
is something that we can tell Monty did not have. Uh, so that was very encouraging.
yeah.
Cade, once again, looks like that Stone Cold Killer everybody said he was. I think Duran actually played very well defensively too.
Yeah.
The situation with say Turner, um, stretch bigs in general are hard to guard. You
Yeah.
saw a guy who's a dominant big man like Anthony Davis. Look at the defensive game he had the day before yesterday, and he can't stop Jokic at the top of the key. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So if a defender like that has trouble with a guy who's 7 foot who can stretch the floor, anybody's going to have that kind of trouble. But I thought what it did show is we do definitely need Thompson back
Yeah.
because a lot of that is JD would have to go. He has to hedge out to the top. In fact, I think JD did a better job closing out on shooters than any player not named Cunningham last night.
Even over Holland.
Yes, the Holland only played 12 minutes, man.
Yeah, I know, but I like what I saw though from him defensively out there. But
Oh yeah,
I
oh
see.
yeah. Overall, we saw exactly why he was drafted. Definitely the right guy in that case in terms of potential, and he definitely showed that he has NBA ready defense and motor.
Right.
But I'm
Now let
talking
me
about in
ask
terms of
you.
Go
Now
ahead, brother.
I know what I'm probably gonna get. The answer I'm probably gonna get. Do you think it's a chance that because of Thompson's injury, if let's say the homie the second round pick Clintman gets healthy, do you think he's an option that they can throw out there for some of those defensive assignments when they need somebody with a little more size? Because
I think it's definitely a possibility.
yeah,
I
because I
mean,
think I saw moments where I would have liked to see him out there, kind of getting it in there
exactly.
with him. And that it was probably when Ivy was out there. I would have liked to see that because you're talking about another guy who can help set screens and probably help out in that regard. Because Stu, like I said, Stu is going to take years. The guys like Stu, they're going to take years to get to that consistency when it comes to stretching the floor. But
Mm.
you know, I thought he was. I thought Stu was solid on defense definitely yesterday. I thought he could have actually got a little more opportunity. But I think for what the
Yeah, I thought Stu was all right, man. One thing that I find questionable about Stu is, man, what's going on with Stu's conditioning? Brother played 17 minutes and looked like he was already winded.
well, you know,
I,
Stu's pretty much. Well, you know, Stu's our WWE wrestler out there too, man. Yeah, that guy, he just gotta play physical on people. So of course that's gonna happen. And he been like that since he was a rookie. I feel like.
yeah, man. But these guys, it's funny, man. I saw a podcast with John Sally today, and he was talking about he was playing with some young guys,
Yeah,
and I think I know who he was alluding to, but he didn't name any names. And he was asking the young brother asked him, how can I improve? He says, you really have to get in some better shape. And one thing he made a point of, he says, I don't like to get into this, circular conversation of this generation versus that generation, because he's like, at my age, all I'm trying to do is educate and teach the young men. But one thing he
yeah,
does notice is you can't compare the level of conditioning in the 80s, 90s to what we're seeing now in the late 2000s. And he's right about that. Guys are
yeah,
coming in flabby. These young men are always hurt. Look at guys like Joel Embiid. You're supposed to be a dominant player. You're never in condition to play. Luka comes in the season at 258. Stuff you didn't see that. The only real star that you had was out of shape in that era was Barkley,
yeah. But
and
Barkley
that's
was
it.
built different though. Then that's the thing about him. He was built different as a player too, though.
Exactly,
'Cause,
exactly.
and but I will say this though. Do you think sometimes that maybe another thing is too that some of these young guys, man, because the way they still technically like our regular day people, and the way we eat today too, even as normal people ain't right. So maybe some of that, and then two, there may be some things that the NBA teams are asking them to do on their nutrition that may not fit that player, but because they think it may be better for that player versus what the player was doing in college, they probably have him in his tip top form. Same goes for the NFL too, because I've been wondering that maybe certain diets don't fit certain people, and maybe the teams don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah, bro, I get that, man. But to be very honest with you, set don't change. There's no new thing under the sun. All these young men have been training with different trainers since they were in their teens, man. They
Yeah,
most of them are coming from D1 environments. Like so, first we have the Ignite, right? That Ron Holland comes from. That's basically pro ball.
mm,
So you have pro level nutritionists, you have pro level trainers, etc. These young guys really need to start working on their body, man.
yeah,
And
they
that's
do.
really what it comes down to. Yes, I understand the quality of food is a major issue in today's world. However, they have the money and they have the connections to have access to the best stuff. These young guys just aren't taking care of their body like the old players used to. And to me, that's irrefutable evidence. The Bible says you know the tree by the fruit that it bears.
Yeah,
Period.
but
These young
you
guys are
know,
always hurt.
the thing I also will say too, though, to be fair, is like I said, I saw him kind of. He was out there for quite a minute, really dealing with a lot of heavy traction, and that probably did wear him out some. Because to beat
He
Stu
shouldn't be
is
worn
usually a
out
guy.
at 23 years old, man.
Yeah, but he's usually in the gym though, man. Beat Stu usually works out. Man,
That's great, but either way, man, as I'm saying, he shouldn't be out there huffing and puffing for no reason. Like John Sally said today about Rodman, and yes, Rodman was built different, but he was like, man,
yeah,
something I noticed. He says a soccer player runs a whole size of a football field for 90 minutes, and is mad when the game is over. You got young men in the NBA that can't a few times up and down the court, or after one quarter, already huffing and puffing and sucking wind. And it's exactly, he's right about that. It's exactly what it means. He's like, man, Rodman, you should go play the whole game and then go hit the bike for the other 2 or 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? and he's right about that, bro. In that sense that these guys are not conditioned like a lot of these old players used to be. Man, when I came up, brother, and when you and I
Well,
came up, man, everybody was ripped up.
yeah,
Everybody was ripped up. Kobe ripped up. Ivo ripped up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ripped up, man. You didn't see this complete lack of conditioning that we're seeing nowadays with these players.
yeah. Like I said, let's just hope that was just this game, and hopefully things will be better next game. That's the only thing I can't like overthink it too much, and I don't disagree with you at all. It's just that I
Oh
don't want
yeah,
to over too much into it. Maybe that was just one game. Let's see. But
oh yeah. But I mean, I think you did well.
yeah, for the most part. And then like I said, let me ask you something about our head coach. What was the thing that you saw that you made a like for him the most yesterday in the game that maybe stood out to you from our coach?
Um, yeah, I'll just reiterate, man. The system. You could tell there was an expectation of how he wants them to play, and it remained consistent. And one thing I do like about JB, you could tell he's in control on that sideline.
Yeah.
Monty sometimes was clear with his body language. He didn't want to be there because, well, he didn't want to be there. But at the same time, with JB, you can tell number one, he has a chip on his shoulder himself, which I
Oh
love.
yeah.
And number
I
two,
see it.
he's definitely running the show on that sideline. These guys are not going to tell him what they're not going to do. And you can tell right from the jump, and they already have bought into what he's trying to do. That was apparent last night. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I do love about JB. The guy is very organized, and his substitutions were top notch too.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Let me.
I love that.
Yeah. That's that. And, and like I said, I love the communication on the sideline. That was it for me. Him standing up most
Exactly.
of the time, kind of just being over, pulling guys over, and being real cool. Like even when he made the play to put Cade out there and Tobias Harris out there for the last 20 seconds of the third quarter, which I
Yeah,
don't understand how they team let him sit there and hold the ball that long before he just to come down there and kill him with that three. But no,
I mean,
that I thought that was brilliant by JB, man.
yeah.
His two of his better guys out there. That was dope. But let me ask you another question about what you saw. So out of all the new acquisitions we made on the team this year, who so far game one that you was like, oh man, I knew this was like a good move for us. Like who's that player that they showed so far that was new to the team this year that you like? Yeah,
Beasley,
Beasley. Oh yeah,
definitely Beasley.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think Beasley played well overall. And one thing I liked about his Pistons debut last night, he showed so many different wrinkles of his game that weren't necessarily marketed.
yeah,
Yes, he's an elite shooter, but he showed he can create off the dribble, he can get to the
yep,
rack. Yeah, oh yeah, I like that.
yep. Man, put up 14 yesterday. Uh, Tim Hardaway did okay yesterday. From point game he had 13. He had a couple good plays. I like
Oh
him
yeah.
a little bit.
Well,
Just
here's my biggest thing about THJ and Jay Knight. We lost that game last night because the Pacers were able to exploit those two guys in the perimeter at will. That's what happened. They really started going right after THJ. They started going right after Jaden Ivey, and we really couldn't do anything about it.
yeah. Yeah, so I think this has proved that we need to see just as much of um Beasley as much as we need to see Ivy because Ivy still got to get his in so he can improve
Yeah,
himself and grow. But we need to see just as much of having Beasley out there as well. And that's why it sucks too when it comes to on the defensive side of the ball. It does suck that we don't have Thompson because Thompson
hmm,
is a guy who can take a guy out of the game. And I guarantee you, with Thompson out there, one of them guys wouldn't have been doing the stuff they was doing. Specifically, Ben
that's
Math.
true.
I think Ben Math would
Yeah,
have been put on the script yesterday
you
if
know
we
what I
had
think the
Thompson.
Pistons need from watching that last night, bro?
What's that?
I think we need to call Minnesota for Nickel Alexander Walker.
Ooh.
That's what I think we
Okay,
need.
break that down for me, just for those who may not understand.
Yeah, let me see if because I'm new at using this.
Having some tech problems over there,
How do I
bro.
write it? Yeah, all right, here we go. My bad.
Really explain to those who may not understand, like why you say that. Uh
So once again, play locks down three positions, can really shoot the ball. Was really, I mean, him or McDaniels was the T-Wolves' best defender. And now that they have DiVincenzo, he's probably not going to get that much clock compared to what he was getting. And he's also on a $4 million expiring deal. We can get him for the cheap.
oh, okay.
The
Maybe that's a
issue
trade
is,
option that they'll look at.
yeah, the problem that we have right now that I noticed from last night, we have no choice but to exchange offense for defense in our substitutions.
Yeah.
So the only person who looks like a two-way player right now is Cade. Cade is the only person who could actually keep his man in front of him. Um,
Yeah.
like right now, Ji he tries, and remember what we talked about a few months ago.
Mhm.
Ji definitely tries,
Yeah.
definitely. However, fundamentally, he's just not a good defender. And so right
Yeah,
now,
but
our issue is that. Go ahead, brother.
oh no, not to me cut you off, but what I say is that's why I'm giving Bickerstaff a chance. Now I think he will get better as time go on. I think he will
Mm.
personally. You gotta understand, if you got the heart to keep trying it, at some point it's gonna happen for you, right? You assume, and
Not
he's talented
always.
enough.
Not always.
I mean,
Uh,
because he's
like
shown he has some good moments where he can bust the dudes down on defense. So I think it's gonna come for him. I think he has to get a little
I hope.
stronger. Hope and like I said, hopefully he'll get the opportunity to do so. The other thing is, I do feel you where you're coming from on that as well, man. That because you know what, it's crazy. I don't know if you remember. I wanted. I
Hmm?
was like knocking on the door to get him, man, and we could
I
never
couldn't
get
hear
the
you,
deal
bro.
done. Oh, I'm sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Nah, I was. I said a couple years ago, I was banging on the door like, "Can we get JT McDaniels, please?" Because
Hmm.
I felt he could have been such a huge help, man. That's why a lot of us wanted Jeremy Grant back too, because they feel like he
Hmm.
could be help. So yeah, but I definitely feel if they can get that deal done, now I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if it helps bring another defender that can score from time to time here, it will be helpful.
We need a guy
Definitely,
who's a true 3 and D wing right now.
yeah, we do. And speaking of that, because you got then Fontecchio kind of didn't show up really yesterday, and I'm like,
Nah.
ugh. See, and that's why I think what, and I think the Pistons know it. You want to know why I know this? Because they
Hmm.
remember they were interested in trying to bring in. They claimed they were interested in bringing in Marcus Morris.
Hmm.
And I thought that would have been. I was saying like, man, that would be a good move to bring him in there because he would fit that role to me just almost perfectly in with the attitude as well. I love Marcus Morris and Morris Twins attitude. So that tough guy
Hmm.
thing they bring here. But yeah, that oh man, I hate that they couldn't bring him in because I had a feeling I'm like, man, you know what? We got some shooters on one end, and the other guys are good for defense. We need that balance, man, at that small forward position for real.
Well, Marcus is more of a 4 or 5 now at this point in his career. Did
Yeah,
he sign with anybody?
I'm not. I thought he went to. Wait, who did he say? Did he go to? No, he didn't go to L.A. I don't think he did. No, that's somewhere he
I
went.
don't think so.
I forgot. Damn, I forgot where the Morris twins went. Period. But yeah, we just need a guy who can probably help us on both sides of the ball. But for now,
Mm,
I think right now we need to get some of these guys to just play a little bit up until then, just play a little bit more
mm,
aggressive. Now, I do feel like maybe next game, depending on how the game flow go, I would like to work Paul Reed into it and see what he can do.
yeah, I agree.
Just I'm saying because one thing we don't want to do is just put like all the stress on one, two guys playing our rotation, as far as that position, because we know Jalen Duran, knock on wood, is liable to come away with an ankle soreness or injury that might leave him out. And
Mm,
then it'll be just a beast two show. So we want to see what these guys can do, man. Some of the other vets, because I think Paul Reed could be nice too as an addition. I am interested in seeing that. Hopefully by next game, maybe the third game, wherever they feel like they come from, put them in. But hopefully we can get Clinton in too, because I think he can be helpful as a guy who can probably stretch the floor for us and play a little bit on defense. I think that
yeah,
would be good too. So they, like I said, the Pistons look like a totally different team. They look almost
they
as
do.
promoted as we saw in the preseason, man.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, like I said,
We,
you can see did,
go ahead.
during the press conference. Did you see the look in Bickerstaff face?
Yeah, that's why I like him, man. It's a no nonsense guy, man. Bickerstaff is a program builder. I was looking at World War Sports today, and Kool Aid on there made two great points. Point number one, Marcus Sasser is not a point guard. That's why he doesn't really play. He's a combo guard, and those minutes are taken.
Yep.
And then also, Bickerstaff is not just a good coach; he's a program builder.
Yeah.
And so there's a true expectation of excellence with him. He comes from good coaching stock, and not only that, he's proven it. He is a program builder himself with Cleveland. That team was not good at all when he got there, and he literally built that from the ground up.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought he was a great fit for us because he built that from the ground up and was able to do what he was able to do without having that great of spacing on that team.
Yeah. That's true. What I hear about Bickerstaff too, man, is that wherever he goes, like almost instantly. Like I heard that with the Grizzlies. I heard that with obviously with the Cavs. I mean, it's only a given time. I say a couple years we could be in the top ranks, depending on how we continue to build.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think the guys will pan out. I think he's extremely underrated development coach too.
Yeah.
You know, very, very much so. I thought, we got the perfect guy for the job. And I think he's also underrated offensively as a coach because the schemes offensively I saw were very good. Constant motion, constant cutting. I like it. We just have to slowly get the right guys in there to fill those roles. We really do need guys who can defend and shoot. And
Yeah.
because it's going to be inconsistent and there's only going to be so much he can do if we don't have guys that can defend and shoot.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Real quick, I want to plug the channel again, man. You're still here, man. If you had a chance to hit that like button for your boy, and don't forget to subscribe to the D313SP, man. And hit that notification bell, and don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms as well, man. And if you like anything we gotta say, man, if you want to chime in, you want to ask a quick question, man, you're welcome to put it in the chat. We'll do the best we can. Wow, I got this man here too as well on side of me, my brother Archangel. On
How you
side.
doing, brother?
So we got a matchup, I believe, with the Cavs our next game, right? I think it's the Cavs next game on Friday.
Is
Yeah.
it?
So,
Okay.
so
I hope
if
they
I'm
get that
correct, yeah,
revenge
it's the
game for
Cavs.
JB.
Oh yeah. So what do you think? What from the way they look right now? Did you watch any their last game or anything like that? Or
I did not.
I was trying to see like what do you think you expect? Like who we had somebody had to watch for. I got Spider over there, but it's like
I mean, the usual suspects with them, Garland and Donovan, and that's really where it's going to
yeah.
come from. I know Evan Mobley had a great game. He had like 25 and 9, 3 blocks. So we'll see how Durham matches up with that. But historically, Durham's played very well against Cleveland. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. And
That's true.
then we'll also see what Tobias can do against that front court.
Oh yeah,
One thing I
most
will say
definitely.
is this: Tobias has got to help JD out more with rebounding. He played 36 minutes and had 2 rebounds.
Yeah, that's not
So
good.
that's another issue that we talked about. Other shows past that we see. Duran gets left on the island with rebounding.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying? So you got to have another guy out there that could also effectively rebound his position. Once again, and you know what? To be very honest with you, Ji is actually pretty good rebounder for his position, but
He
the
had
guards help out. Him and Cade can rebound, but the other bigs have not given him any help.
Yeah, and that's another
So
reason why I say I would like to see more Paul Reed too in certain
yeah,
situations, man, if it can help, because we need more size out there. But the other thing, like you said, man, Tobias Harris has got to help more out. You got to help out, man. You're a veteran. You got to go out there and help,
that's
bro.
right. That's right.
And I would like to see, and if you do have like Holland and them guys out there, that would be a good thing too to have one of them in the help out, just especially when it comes to rim protection. You need more size and length out there. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
another thing I noticed about our wing and guard rotation, you either got some small guards they can shoot, or you got
Hmm.
big wings that can't be shooting. Then it's like Tobias Harris, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's where I still see weaknesses that and it sucks
So
because
that's
we
why.
really do. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I was say that's why I agree with you. If we could bring that guy you wanted to bring in here, man, it could help really a lot, man, when it comes to balancing. Because if they get somebody that can help balance them, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
this team.
Yeah. Like I said, man, right now we are going to be somewhat inconsistent because we always have to exchange offense for defense.
Yeah,
We really need at least even if it's just one guy that can
yeah,
defend and shoot at his position. And I think
yeah.
Nikel is a great get, and I think he's available.
Hmm.
So that's just my personal wish list. But right now, as long as we got THJ playing the three, JI still developing defensively at the two, we're going to have defensive issues from time to time.
Yeah.
And then, when we make those substitutions, we bring shooters in. None of those guys can defend either. And if we bring
Right.
defenders in there, none of those guys can shoot.
Right.
So that's the problem. That's
Yeah,
why
and see,
I asked this
no, go ahead.
question. Let's say, let's give it 15 games.
Hmm.
We see JI's more consistent offensive development.
Hmm.
If he's still a liability defensively, do you bring him off the bench and just play him 30 minutes?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's
Because
tough.
right now, like I said, bro, they literally lost because the Pacers strategically attacked THJ and Jay Knight because they can't guard.
I think the problem was more. It wouldn't be so bad with Ivy out there at two if we had. See, thing about THJ, he's really only built to at best guard another guard. He's not built to guard
Exactly.
somebody three. That's why I think. That's why I say I feel like we're unbalanced. See, it's a lot of times two guards you can still. You got two guys that can't defend consistently like that. You got I would still keep Ivy out there since he is the young guy and he is developing, but we need somebody that can rotate. At three, at this point, I don't care if you slide Holland at three and just tell him to defend.
You know
That's
he needs
how.
the spacing.
Yeah, I know, but that's where Ivy got to step up his game for me. Ivy got to step up the floor because he's a decent catch and shooter. So I would need him to step up. Part of this is going to be a mentality thing with the Pistons too, man. They got to step up mentally and cover their weaknesses a little bit better. But
I feel you.
if you
But
got to
yeah,
go, man,
go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you arrived at your destination. I didn't want to hold you up, none, did you? Or you guys
No,
still
you
got
straight.
time?
I got a
Okay,
couple minutes left.
okay, that's what I would say. But
I mean, as I said, bro, like if we can get a 3 and D guy and then like put him right there at the three position, especially this until Sar gets back healthy, and even then, we don't know what the Sar's jump shot's going to look like. I heard it's improved a lot,
yeah,
but we don't know what that's going to look like. I think we need a
yeah,
proven guy that's 3 and D for us to really have a shot at say getting to maybe that play in because that I saw the system is there, the effort is there, but sometimes you just need the talent. And we need a guy who's just purely talented on both ends on that floor out there with Cade and Ivy.
yep, yeah. I think we one really good wing away from really making a run. I think they're that good. I think they're that good. You know what I'm saying? It's still, like I said, it's still a building team. They're going to take years to get there, but I think right now, if we can just get, like you say, one good player put right, be
You
stepping it
back?
up some. I know the string R is doing me dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. That's pretty much it. I think next game we got to slow down the guards. I think that's what it comes down to. You can slow down specifically Darius Garland. I think if he gets
Hmm.
slowed down dramatically and you put this on the island and can find a way to contain Evan Mobley, I think he pretty much got the pass, man. Because They don't seem like they. I'm just not a believer in them like that. You know what I'm saying? I think we can
Yeah,
actually get win the matchup on them.
yeah,
So
we can.
what
We can.
will be your strategy going in that game?
I'll be running a lot of pick and roll, pick and pop with Tobias Harris, take Evan Mobley away from the center of the basket. Leave Jared Allen there, tap it in the rim by yourself. He's very good at it, but run a lot of high pick and pop, get his duo taken out of the paint, and then once again just attack Jared Allen all
All
night.
right.
Try to hit guys in the wing.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But Tobias has to rebound
All right.
tomorrow.
So
He does.
yeah. I need more like overall play from him. I need more. Like you a leader, you a veteran leader on the team. I need you to step it up, bro. So that was one. That was some of the concerns I had with bringing him back. You know, what I'm saying? We go chuck it up again for one game. We go. That's how we gonna do. Yeah, man. It's been about 40 some minutes. So hey, man, you want to get to final thoughts real quick?
Oh yeah, brother. I mean, I think they looked solid last night. Definitely like the coaching job JB did. I love the effort that I saw from everybody, and we definitely like we're trending up. So no point in really focusing too much on the negatives. I think that will improve as the season goes on because the right guy is in there to teach them, and I think they have a great shot of getting that dub tomorrow.
All right. Hey, I feel the same way, man. Final thoughts, man. I think the Pistons played with some high effort yesterday overall. It wasn't all perfect, of course, but it's one game. We still got 81 more to go. Hopefully everybody can just stay healthy. Knock on wood again. Hopefully everybody stay
Yep.
healthy, man.
Lord
I
willing.
think I like a lot what I saw from our head coach. I think that's a good thing there to have somebody that has the time and patience to, like I said, to have that much of a difference and not looking less than a few months knowing that he was a late hire. I mean, the sky's the limit at this point. Yeah, if that's the
Mhm.
case, you're telling me a late hire can come in and make this kind of impact. So that's another thing people forget. So with that being said, man, I expect them to slow those guards down. They can attack them guards and slow them down and make them guards check them. I think Pistons got a good shot.
I agree. You there, Nomus?
My man Ed over here, man. It's always good to have him in here to get this insight. I can't. I love
Pleasure to
having
be
him
here,
on the
brother.
show. Thank you, man. Again, if y'all have not had a chance to hit that subscribe button, man, hit that notification bell, like on the stream, and check out those videos I told y'all about. And my guy Breeder probably has some more content on his channels too later on tonight,
Check him out.
maybe tomorrow. So check them out. If you got a social media site you want them to recommend, brother.
No, I'm good.
Okay. There, I'm Nomus J313. And follow D313SP, man. And we out here. Go Pistons.
Chris.